Okay, so for problem 4, we have a cash for clunker program. I guess this must have been written in the fall of 2009. And then they've offered this $5,000 automatic trade-in value. So we had a random sample of 200. And of those cars, and this is actually, I should have said in the fall of 2009, of those, 120 did use the incentive program there. And we want to know, can we conclude that the population proportion is greater than 0.5? That's going to be our question. So part A says, is the sample size large enough? Remember, for proportions, it's not the 15, 40, 100. It's the number of yeses, which is 120. Is that greater than 15? Yes. And then also, are the number of no's, which is 80. That's just 200 minus 120. If 120 said yes, 80 said no. Is that greater than 15? And if both of those are true, then yes, n is large enough. Okay, so for part B, it's write the hypotheses. And so HO and HA. Now I think I might have reversed them in the problem. But anyway, HO is that P is equal to 0.5 and HA is P greater than 0.5. Remember, that was just the question in the problem. Can we conclude that the population proportion is greater than 0.5? So this is going to be a z-test, as are all problems with proportions. So we're going to reject HO if z-test, and we're going to use the same sign as our alternative hypothesis. And for the z, that's 1.645. That's just either from the z table, or if you're using the table I gave you, the very bottom row of the t table. No correction for degrees of freedom. All right, the z-test then is equal to the statistic minus the hypothesized parameter divided by the standard error, pH, QH over n. That's equal to then 0.6 minus 0.5 divided by the square root of, and make sure you use the p from the hypothesis, which is 0.5, and 1 minus that, which is 0.5. That's the proportion yes and the proportion no. They must sum to 1, divided by 200. And that all comes out to be 2.83. And 2.83 is greater than 1.645. Therefore, we reject HO, and we conclude that P is greater than 0.5, that over half of the used cars in Southern car dealerships in the fall of 2009 did use the incentive.